Hello and welcome back to the Eyes of O Gaming channel for a bit of a gaming news update here. So I've seen a few posts about this. Apparently there was an Assassin's Creed online multiplayer or a co-op game that was planned and has now been cancelled. Apparently there was a game that was being worked on called Assassin's Creed League. Now from what I saw, it doesn't look like there's a ton of information about this. It looks like it was just reported by a French website called Origami, and they claim that they spoke to 6 different Ubisoft employees. So whether that's true or not, I have absolutely no way of confirming or debunking that. Obviously my channel is tiny and I have no contacts at Ubisoft. Apparently from what people are saying, League was not originally intended to be a standalone game. It started out as a DLC for Assassin's Creed Shadows, the Assassin's Creed that's set in Japan. So the idea was that 4 assassins were going to team up and run scripted missions together. So not like PvP or deathmatch or something like that. Apparently this was going to be a curated co-op adventure. Eventually Ubisoft Annecy took it over and began developing it as a smaller but standalone game all on its own with the co-op style of framework at its core. So based on the leaks, it sounds like it was going to be a 4-player co-op, fully story-driven game with scripted missions and not really the open world free roam that we tend to expect with Assassin's Creed games. It's also very possible that it would have been set in the feudal Japan era as Shadows was. Again, it started development as a DLC add-on for that game, so it might have made sense to just keep going with that and build it out. According to the leaks as well, it was planned to be the baseline for future Assassin's Creed co-op systems. Basically, they wanted to develop this so that it would be the foundation for bringing back co-op to the franchise. So apparently this game was part of the wave of cancellations and restructuring that's kind of hit a lot of projects at Ubisoft. That said, it sounds like it went through kind of a series of events that led to its cancellation. Basically, the Shadows DLC plans were scrapped, and then League ballooned into something much bigger than it had originally intended to be. Since Ubisoft has been cutting costs, people, projects, everything from the studio, and since this project kind of diverted from the standard or formulaic system that Ubisoft's been pumping out lately, it ended up on the chopping block. Apparently there is another multiplayer project codenamed Invictus, but that's a totally different thing. It's more arcadey and Fall Guys inspired PvP. This wasn't going to be a PvP or deathmatch style apparently, it was just going to be a strictly story-driven co-op experience. Now, for me personally, I'm not sure if I would have played it. I never really played any of the other sort of co-op stuff with Assassin's Creed. I'm really not much of an online gamer, and if it had have been a PvP thing, then I would have been totally uninterested just from the start. The fact that this was supposedly a co-op game, maybe I would have checked it out, but I'm also way behind on Assassin's Creed, so I'm not sure. I also have no idea if any of this can be actually verified, if it really existed, or if it was even cancelled. Really, everything seems to hinge on this one website, Origami, that reported it and said that they have contacts with 6 people working in Ubisoft. So if you choose to believe them or not, then yeah, that apparently existed. It was going to be a DLC, it ended up ballooning into a standalone game, and then was cancelled with a wave of other things that have been cancelled at Ubisoft. But with all that said, I'd love to hear your own thoughts down in the comments. Is co-op Assassin's Creed something that you would have been interested in? Would you have liked to have seen this game come out? Do you care? Would you rather have just a solo Assassin's Creed experience? Also let me know if you want to see more gaming news stuff like this. I usually tend to stick to just the reviews and retrospectives, but I've kind of been branching out a little bit lately. These ones are really just more off the cuff, not so scripted like my other videos, and I'd really love to hear your own thoughts on that, and if you like this style of content, if you'd like to see more of it, just let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, also give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Like I said, most of my other videos are more reviews and retrospectives, so definitely check out the channel if you're interested in any of that. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today, and until next time, take care.